Hi there, it's Ruth at Artful Stampin', and I've come with a bit of a ramble. Not really Stampin' Up related, I'm afraid, because I've just got back from a trip to New York. It was an absolute trip of a lifetime. A friend of mine was acting in a play out there, and I kind of fixed it to go and see him, and then also go and see some galleries, catch up with some friends from that I knew from school. Also some relatives, and also get to meet up with two people that I got to know via a lady that follows my blog and now my YouTube channel. So hi Janine, it was so fabulous to meet you, and also Jodie, a lady who I've got to know on Periscope. So it was just amazing to meet these people in real life after kind of getting to know them a little bit on the internet, and they were also Stampin' Up demonstrators. Anyway, I'm ashamed to say that I went to shopping in Michael's, which is a craft store in the States that I get to hear lots of Americans go on and on about, and so just had to go there. But I didn't, I was quite a good girl. Didn't go too overboard, I think. So I'm just going to show you some of the stuff I picked up. Also some kind of memorabilia and stuff and bits and pieces that I got from galleries and things. So here we go. I am planning to try and get into my jewellery making that I used to do years and years ago. So I picked up some of these items. These are just some jewellery findings, but what I liked about these was not only were some of them on sale, always a bonus, these were kind of like antiquified and a kind of an antique copper look. And for those of you who do buy Stampin' Up products, you know that copper is kind of the new gold or the new silver, whatever you want to call it. The new black. Copper's the new black. So these are kind of like blackened antique copper chains. And I picked up some of this rose gold. Again, rose gold is quite on trend as well, particularly in the kind of like planner world. So I do have other coloured gold wires and things, but I'd never come across this colour before. So watch this space and have a go at me if I don't create anything soon with those. Right. Then the other thing I picked up were these notepads. These are, to be honest, going to be Christmas presents. They are so cheap. They were like 50 cents each. And they say, "Joy to the world, Lord come." And they've got a magnet strip on the back and some various other Christmassy things. So I'm always on the hunt for little Christmas gifts to give people at my church, or just little friends, something to slip them. Yeah, so that was perfect. This is a sticker book, particularly designed for planners, and I don't think I'm going to be using this myself. I'll probably be passing this on to one of my sisters because she's just recently got into planning. This I just thought was so pretty. It's called Beauty in the Bible, and it's an adult colouring book, and it just has some really pretty designs. And this will I'll probably gift this to somebody. I have several friends who like colouring, or even I might just take it to church and just have it as an activity for some of the young girls to do, because it's always nice to have some colouring things that just remind us of the Word of God and things. So there we go. Now I purchased this for a friend of mine who has a business making her, she makes and decorates cakes to order, and I just thought, oh, while I was there, I'd pick something up perhaps that she doesn't, she may not have. I hope she doesn't have it, so that's going to be for her. So I believe you just like push the icing over the top of it, and then you peel it back, and that's the instructions there, and then you peel the lacy icing off. So I've seen that she's done cakes with flowers and leaves before, so I thought this would make a nice addition to her collection. Right, so still in Michael's. I bought one of these, the Pick Me Up tool. I've just cut it open. I've not got it out yet. It was recommended by Jodie and some other people. I've seen other people using it, and although it's designed to go with the silhouette, people who have a silhouette, it's just a useful, nifty tool. So there's a hard plastic bit on this side. Sorry about the glare, guys. Let me see if I can move that around there. And now let's have a look. And then, do you take this bit off? Oh, no. I think I'm getting that wrong. Oh, there we go. There's like a kind of sticky bit there, And I think the idea is that you pick up little tiny pieces. Oh my goodness, that is so weird. Okay, so you can pick up pieces to stick down when you've got really tiny pieces of paper to stick in places. So it's called the Pick Me Up. So yeah, you have a hard edge on that side, which is really good for popping out die cuts, like the intricate die cuts that we get with Stampin' Up. And that's a little picky up tool, which again is really great for our intricate die cuts. I'm hoping Stampin' Up might come out with a product like this, because then I'll be able to sell it, because I can see how useful that's going to be. Okay, last item from Michael's. I just picked this up. It was super cheap. It was like 50 cents or $1. Yeah, 50 cents, not $1.50. And they're just hair ties. Now, we get these in the UK, but they're usually about £5. So I was really chuffed to get these because I have long hair, and I'm always trying to find things to put my hair up with. This item I purchased at a shop called the Container Store, and the other thing I bought from there was a present for a friend of mine who's a photographer. So she's going to get these super cool paper clips. This box was the smallest one I could purchase in this design, because the reason I bought it was I want to have a go taking it apart and making my own. So watch this. Look at that, it folds flat. And then you just do that. And you pop that in there. And then you close it up. So they had like even bigger versions of this, but I just wanted a small one so I could get it home. So I purchased that to have a play with. I'm not actually going to use it. This I thought was super useful. I'm not going to open it up. It's just like a folder at the moment. And then when you open it up and hang it up, the folders cascade down. So my plan is to put all my little bits and pieces of cardstock in there, my cut pieces and bits and pieces, so that when I go to crops and things like that, or take it to my bring your own days, I'm just going to take this so that people, if they need a little piece of, I don't know, melon mambo or whatever, I'm going to try and sort it out per colour. I might do sort of pinks, purples, blues, I don't know, something like that. So that looks super cool. Okay, I've just got little bits of ephemera that I've kept. I'm working slightly backwards here. The last day that I was in New York, I managed to go to the Neue Gallery, which I hadn't actually heard of before, and was absolutely bowled over because they had a Klimt exhibition there, and I actually got to see these two paintings in real life. Let me see what else is in here. Oh, and this one. So this painting here is of a girl. It was a commissioned painting. I got to see this painting here. I probably did get to see that one, but I can't remember seeing that one. And this one. Now, this one I found most fascinating because it's unfinished. So you get to see Klimt's kind of like process of working. And I think I found that one probably the most fascinating out of all of them. Anyway, I was super pleased because another Periscope friend of mine, Bobby, he recommended that I went to this gallery. And it was the last day of this particular exhibition of paintings Klimt did of these Venetian ladies. So I was really happy to see it. There was a queue, literally a block long, to kind of go in to see it. And I did pick up some postcards. Oh, there we go. You've already seen these, but that's the painting there that I saw. And there's a really interesting story behind this. So if you Google the Lady in Gold, I think it's called Lady in Gold. Yeah, it's a portrait of Adele Bloch-Bauer, and it's huge. It's absolutely huge. And I think that's the thing that really kind of knocked me for six, the size of these paintings, because I also went to the Museum of Modern Art and got to see some huge paintings of Picasso's and Cézanne's. This is a little notebook I bought, and was just amazed by the sizing of things. Okay, I was really, really happy to be in New York for Martin Luther King Day. Okay, there's kind of reasons why it's kind of super special to my heart, and also with the political events at the moment, whether you agree with the way that Black Lives Matter works or not, yeah, but the issue is Black lives do matter. Of course, all lives do matter, but Black lives particularly matter to me because they are still marginalised, and there's a lot of work to be done across the world, across the Western world, to make sure that everyone is treated fairly. So sorry to make that little political statement, but I actually passed a Black Lives Matter walk or demonstration, I guess, across Brooklyn Bridge when I walked across Brooklyn Bridge, and it just touched my heart, really. Okay, so this is a couple of postcards. As I was waiting to go to the theatre, I walked around Lower Manhattan with my cousin, and we went into a gallery, and these postcards were free. I'd been happy to have paid for these. Oh, look, there's information about the reception, although I think that would have already... Oh no, March. There we go. So this is Hepzibah Swinford. Let's work. I thought they were really lovely. I went to see this play. So this is the New York Theatre Workshop, and I went to see Othello, and it was amazing, amazing production. While I was there, this is a magazine from the States, and I met up with my cousin's wife. Unfortunately, my cousin wasn't there because he'd gone to China on business, and she showed me an article in here, just happened to be the week that I was in New York, of her and her husband, and they had an interview of how they met. And so there's actually an article in this very magazine of the two of them. There they are. Aren't they gorgeous? So that's my cousin, and that's his wife. There we go. Oh, sorry. Right, so I went to MoMA, Museum of Modern Art. That was amazing. I only did about one level there. Got to see some cool paintings, including Mondrian. And, what else did I don't know if there's more cards here. I saw this. This is humongous. Really, really huge. And it was just lovely to see it in the flesh. Did I see that one? Yeah, I probably did see that. I don't remember. It didn't, resonate. I saw that painting. That was beautiful. Yeah, so I studied art history at university, so for me to actually see some of the paintings that I'd studied was really, really special. Okay, so on the Sunday I went to Redeemer Presbyterian Church. They have 3 sites in New York, and absolutely loved it. It's a church that is very dear to my heart. The main teaching elder there is a guy called Tim Keller, and I read a lot of his books. Been super helped by him, and I actually downloaded this book to listen to on Audible on my plane flight. But as I was listening to it, I was wanting to take notes and things, and thought I must buy the book. Anyway, so when I got to the church, they had a bookstore, and this was reduced. Sorry, that didn't come with the church. I went shopping there for my husband. But yeah, it's a fabulous book. I also picked up this little study guide as well, and I was really impressed. This was the order of service, and I loved it. It had all the words in it that just to meditate on and things, and then they had all the songs and the music. Apart, I think for maybe one song didn't have music, but for people who could read music and perhaps didn't know the song, I thought that was really useful. Really useful. And then this was great. This is at the back. You could fill in a form and tear it off and hand it in if you were new visiting. So if you're in New York and you fancy going to a really amazing church, then look up Redeemer Presbyterian Church. And if you can't get there, do go on their website. There's lots and lots of sermons are on there. This was their little newsletter that they had, giving lots of information about what they're up to and ways in which you can get involved. And they were really encouraging of people just kind of getting involved and making themselves known to the folk there. While I was there, I had some goodies given to me. So this is from Jodie. Now, she ordered this, and it's got a little fault in it. This comes off, so I need to kind of fix that somehow. Maybe some good old super glue will do that. But I've started using a Filofax, but this is the personal size one. So I might use this for another project, like a specific project. So it's beautiful. I love it. Thank you, Jodie. And it comes in this beautiful box. Love the box. Before I went over, I knew about this company, Verve Stamps, and I've been wanting to order some of their things for ages and ages. I know they're not Stampin' Up, but Stampin' Up don't do these, okay? They just don't do these designs. So I wanted some really nice scripture stamps to make some more cards for my local Christian bookshop and also for my own use, and I managed to pick up these. Well, actually, I ordered them and got them sent to Jodie. Well, no, I told Jodie what I wanted and she ordered them for me. So thank you so much for doing that, Jodie. I really, really appreciate those. So I think I'll leave you with... Oh, hold on. One more thing to show. A couple more things to show you. Picked up some wool from Michael's. And these, I love the colours, and they just kind of change into each other, which is fabulous. So I don't have to knot my wool together. And I purchased this. Now this had, I think I had 40% off it, and then Jodie had a voucher, so I got it fairly cheaply. But it's to display earrings. So again, as I said to you, I want to get into my jewellery making again. So this is in lieu of that, to help display them. So if I do sell them at craft shows, I've got something pretty to display them on. Right, I think I'll just leave you now with a map of New York. Oh, and that's my little pin from the Neuer Gallery. So I've got to get doing some project life. And so, yeah, I had a super duper time. Let's have a look what's here. Oh, look, there's Central Park. Yeah, and there's still lots that I'd want to go and see. I only saw a bit of New York really, but it was great fun. Anyway, thanks for bearing with me. If you stuck to the end of this video, then oh my goodness, you deserve a medal. But thank you, and I promise I'll be back with some more crafty scopes. Back to stamping. I've got to tidy my craft room and make space to get creating. I've got a workshop coming up at the end of January, and need to get planning for the year ahead. Okay, take care and God bless. Bye.